Well, hello everyone. How are you doing? I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I am so excited to finally get to this video where I talk a little bit more about some of my favorite one and done eyeshadows. One and done eyeshadows are my very favorite, and really any eyeshadow can be a one and done, and most of them will look nice. But we all have our favorites, and I have done a part one of this video already, and I meant to do it a long time ago, a part two, but I'm finally getting to it here, a part two. And I realized as I was pulling all these out that a lot of my favorites are from Sydney Grace. I think I'm gonna save those for a Sydney Grace specific video closer to when they do their sale in the summertime. So none of these shadows that I'll be talking about here are Sydney Grace shadows. Just know that that video will be coming. Today's tea of the day, I'm trying a new Earl Grey, and this is the Harney & Sons. I just picked mine up at Walmart. They come in these nice triangle tea bags, which are nicer than just the normal ones. And this little tin is handy. I will be saving it and storing other loose leaf tea in it when I'm done with it. Okay, let's begin with a single from JD Glow. So this is the shade Moscato, which JD Glow has these big giant pans that are honestly just really fun because they're so big, but you do get a lot of eyeshadow. This particular shade, Moscato, is a true metallic. It is not going to have any like micro mica sparkles in there, which I know so many people still prefer a true creamy metallic to anything with the sparkles in it. So that is the shade. Oh, absolutely glorious. I had pulled this in my Shop My Stash last month when I wore it. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to mention this shadow as a gorgeous one and done. The reason why I like it so much is because it is a rose gold, but it doesn't pull so orange. So many rose golds are true copper shades. This one has enough rosiness to it where it's still a rose gold, but it's not that bright orangey tone that can be so, I don't know, just too much sometimes. JD Glow shadow formula, very creamy, or at least this shade is. If you like these types of rosy tones, you won't be disappointed. Now let's talk about a shadow from Kaja. So one of the Kaja bento boxes is called Orange Blossom. I've depotted all mine into my single collection, but this is the second shade in the Orange Blossom trio, and it is absolutely glorious, and I'm so happy to see that I'm not the only one who thinks that this shadow is something special. Whenever I hear someone talk about this particular bento box, they mention this shade, that it's the best shade in the trio. So in comparison to Moscato, this shade definitely looks very, very orange, but it's not the type of orange that is jarring and like it's not super coppery. So it has kind of more of a pink base, I feel like, a pinky orange base, and then it has flashes of gold through it, which is why here in this lighting you can see all that gold sparkle. So this one definitely has sparkle. It's not like a true metallic like this one is from JD Glow, but this gives the most glorious, soft, wet look on the eyelids. The Kaja shadows are really, really beautiful. I highly recommend, but there is something about this one that is truly special when you try it as a single shadow look. And both of these colors, by the way, look amazing on green or blue eyes. It'll really make your eyes pop. Next up, I have a single from Colourpop. I'm so happy that Colourpop kind of relaunched their single collection. For a long time they had very little available. Now they do have their singles back. So this is kind of a classic shade from them. I know a lot of people own this one. This is the shade Glass Bull. And I had kind of the same situation with this one when I wore it last time, where I was like, oh my goodness, I have to mention how glorious that is on the lid as a single shadow. So it has kind of a cool toned purpley base. I'm trying to decide what shade it is of the sparkle in here. It's very, very micro, so no big chunks of glitter in this one. But can you see how it has kind of a cool toned, yeah, I'll turn my hand that way, cool toned base, but then it flashes kind of like a very bright, oh my gosh, what even is that? Is it kind of like a silvery turquoise maybe? Like that might not be right. Kind of a silvery something across the top there, but it completely transforms your lid again into a beautiful kind of more wet look. If you're someone who likes shadows that kind of lean into the taupe territory, I mean, this is definitely more than taupe. It's got the purple in there, but it's kind of got that tone that I think just makes it exceptional on the eyes. If this type of shade is your jam, this will probably be worth checking out. I think you'll like it. Next up, I have a potted shadow from Bodyography. I've been talking about these a lot on my channel because I really think that they're quite fantastic. I have two shades, but my favorite shade to wear as a single shadow by itself is the shade Celestial. So Celestial has kind of a peachy base, but it is very, very sparkly. More than any of the others, this is going to give you like a super, super wet look. I have not had trouble with fallout with these, which with some very glittery eyeshadows, I do most of the time have issues, but not so much with the Bodyography ones. I feel like this swatch isn't doing it justice. I know I do have a picture of myself somewhere wearing this. I will put it up if I can find it, but this shade definitely converted me to this formula. Bodyography does regularly do 30% off sales, and I know that it's recently came out with more colors too. I haven't even been letting myself look. Like, if I don't look, I can't be tempted, right? But if you are wanting to check these out, I know they have even more colors available than ever before. They're gorgeous. All right, let's do something quite high end. So this is a single shadow from Dior. This is the shade Beige Mitzah. This is a true metallic shadow, and it's a very beautiful taupe. So when you swatch it, it feels almost like it's wet. It's very, very creamy, and it has a very high shine. I really didn't know what to expect from Dior, but let me tell you, this kind of blew me out of the water. It's just very, very high impact. And again, this is going to be for someone who doesn't want sparkles in their eyeshadow, just a true metallic. And all of these, when you blend them out and kind of blow them out a little bit across your eye, they look multi-dimensional. It looks like you're probably wearing more than one shadow. They don't look flat and boring, and it just looks very, very classy. This is a very classy shade. It's so delightful. Okay, so there's 5 more one and dones. I do have one more to tell you. I saved it for the end, and it's kind of an extra. Oh, sorry, my stuff is going off. Kind of an extra because this has been long discontinued, but I know I can't be the only one who still has this shadow in my collection, and it is the one that I'm wearing across my lids today, and it is from a palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Yes, this is the much loved ABH and Mario collaboration from back in the day. The shade I'm wearing across my lids is this shade here called Marina. If you do have this palette, I highly encourage you to check out this shade as a single eyeshadow. It is beauteous on the lids. Again, it's a type of pink that lands in happy kind of neutral territory because it's not baby pink, it's not coppery pink, it's not rose gold. It's just a really nice kind of soft rosy pink, and that's actually kind of hard to find, I gotta tell you, in palettes. So many times they veer wildly in one direction or another, or they're very warm pinks. This shade is hard to find, and I love it. All over the lid and blended out as a single shadow look. And again, that's another shade that looks good on green or blue eyes. If you have this palette, haven't tried that one as a single shadow look, try it out and let me know what you think. Okay, I'm going to link part 1 of this video down below. Hopefully I will not take so long to do a part 3 of this video. I have a long list of shadows that I love to wear as single one and done shadows. And this is a category of makeup I can get kind of passionate about, so please let me know down in the comments, what are your favorite one and dones? I don't care if they're like single shadows or potted creams, or if they're a single from a specific palette. I want to hear what they are. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're having a wonderful March. I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye.